ready to wreak
Every time there's a comic book, video game that gets released, the first thing people do is compare it to the movies or the cartoons or the shows or I guess the backgrounds of that comic book hero, and it's always really tough on the developers to make a game that'll reach out to those true hardcore fans and just cater to them.
Selling you on the black market is gonna make me a mint.
Good, you can use a mint. Ugh, I can smell your breath from here.
Spider-Man?
Wait, how would you eat a mint through that fishbowl?
I was very shocked to see a Spider-Man game that actually was very fun to play. You could play as a bunch of different Spider-Mans. One's the Noir, the Amazing Spider-Man, the 2099 Spider-Man, the Ultimate Spider-Man. A bunch of alternate suits, a bunch of extras. Like, this is it, guys. Like, if you're a Spider-Man fan, this game should blow you away because it has everything.
Absolutely, especially if you're a fan of the comic books, because what these 4 Spider-Men or Spider-Men are is 4 different incarnations of the character from different books.
And then, that's a very bold statement to say. That's something that a lot of people wouldn't, can't really see or determine until they play the game. So now in this case where you're saying how it's 4 different gameplays, it really is. So you got the Amazing Spider-Man, which is overall, just Spider-Man as we know him.
Good old-fashioned Spidey, like you guys know.
What's his name that's voicing him? Neil Patrick Harris,
yep,
right?
MPH, baby.
And you know what? His voice works out just fine as the Amazing Spider-Man.
This hunt is over, and as the victor, I command you to leave.
And then you get the Noir, Spidey, which is super cool. I like that one. It's all about stealth. It's all about staying, hidden and taking your, opponents out from a distance. And I really had fun with that. And it really gets challenging. All these Spider-Mans you play as, it gets challenging over time.
Exactly. And you don't want to compare like we always say. Sometimes you have to. I saw a lot of elements of Arkham Asylum in the noir aspect of Spider-Man, which is fine because that was a great game. And when you talk about a superhero doing stealth, I don't think it's a bad thing at all to take inspiration from such a success.
But it's not like an exact copy. It's still Spidey, doing his stuff. But of course, you have to look up to, the guys who made, one of the best comic book-based games there is. On top of that, we got the Ultimate Spider-Man, which is really cool. He looks like Venom, and he's very powerful when it comes to combat. He has Rage mode, so he gets, he goes berserk, and anything in your path, even if they could block, you're going to be able to, go, just pummel your way through them.
Exactly, and whereas the Amazing Spider-Man level, the major attacks are web-based, his web turned into a hammer, this and that. For Ultimate, what you have is attacks based on the symbiote suit, so you're going to see a lot more, like, black protruding, like, blots of ink, or whatever, however the Venom suit works, but, again, a distinct difference from one level to another.
And then we got the 2099 Spider-Man, which is, he's super fast, super flexible when it comes to combat, aerial combat especially. I love the 2099 suit. I mean, speaking of suits, here's another cool thing. As you play, you get awarded a bunch of experience points, and basically what you could do with this is a bunch of stuff, such as getting alternate suits for each and every Spider-Man. There's so many suits to unlock. Then you have the ability to not only upgrade your characters on either if it's individually or all Spider-Man at the same time. Right. You're gonna be able to do stuff like that, which is like more health for everybody, or more rage for the Venom Spidey.
So the way the game is crafted, you're actually gonna have the ability to unlock almost all the moves, and that's very good because you want the players to A, replay the game, and B, go through the whole thing and really enjoy the stuff you've done towards the end. So I thought that was a great move that you play different levels with each Spider-Man.
This also brings us to the Web of Destiny. Now this is one of the coolest touches I've seen to comic-based book game. Why? Here's what they do. They set challenges for every single level, and what these challenges are simple things like knock 20 people down with a barrel. Beat this little section in 4 minutes. Certain things that not only teach you how to play the game, but they give you that extra challenge that you're looking for.
Not to mention a bunch of experience points that you're going to use. So as the game's story goes, there is an ancient artifact, that Mysterio has taken control of, and what happens is the artifact breaks apart and it's spread throughout these universes in the hands of the wrong people, and the wrong people are, of course, the great villains gallery from the Spider-Man comics. You're talking about all the best: Goblin, Hobgoblin, Calypso, Hammerhead, Juggernaut. You got Deadpool, Carnage,
I love what they do with the first-person views in this game. What'll happen is, as you're playing through your level, there'll be spots where the camera just swoops down into your eyes and you see what Spider-Man is seeing. In fact, some of those sections you get to play this generic mini game where you're punching your enemy and you're trying to dodge them. Very simple, nothing too extravagant, but definitely cool to see, all that personal stuff face to face, all up front. When let's say Hobgoblin's in your face, trying to smash you to the floor, and you're trying to punch him and try to evade him. All that stuff is really cool.
You've done it, Spider-Man, and not a moment too soon.
You said it, Red. Now, let's take a better look at these. It looks like nanofibers fused with bioorganic circuitry. Only one corporation has technology advanced enough for this. Alchemists.
What would Spider-Man be without combat? It'll kind of be a boring-ass game if you're just web slinging all day. The combat in this game is really well done. It's not excellent. It's not bad. It's just really good, depending on how you take it. The cool thing is that they give you a lot of options to do stuff while you're in combat. Two neat little features. When I say little, I really mean it. And it's something that's so overlooked in a lot of games. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions by far has the best checkpoint system I've ever seen. All it is a red fade-in. You die, you instantly fade back in right where you left off, and it's great. It's really good. That's what I want. I want it to be a snap. I don't want to wait 3 hours and read you've died. Just get right back into it and just continue playing and enjoying your experience.
And even if you are about to die, you have the recovery system where if you're in free fall, you simply hit the trigger and you're back in the game.
Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions easily gets a special in our books just because that's what it is. It's special. It's a good comic book game. It's balanced. It's fun. It's pretty lengthy, not too lengthy, but definitely you'll keep guessing on who's the next villain I'm going to fight. And you'll be there. There's going to be a lot of surprises. There's a ton of extras that the fans are going to love, from figurines to bonus suits and etc. etc. There's so many things. These guys really reward you for the time you spend in the game, and I guarantee you, if you really want to unlock everything, you're going to need to play through the game at least 2 times to go ahead and do that. And that being said, replay value wise, I love this game and I will definitely play through it again.
Before to step in and have this pressure on them, I think they delivered pretty well. Again, I thought this was a great effort by Beanox, and if this is only their first try, I'm really excited to see what else they can do here.